Okay, now I'm going to show you the best exercise that you can do if your baby is in a stubborn position, like they will not change from that posterior position as hard as you try and as many of those knee chests that you do. Or if someone told you that your baby's breech, or you know that your baby's breech, this is the single best exercise you can do at home to get your baby to spin head down. So, similar to the knee chest, what we're going to do is we're going to use gravity. So if this baby is essentially sitting in your pelvis, sitting in your pelvic inlet like this, if we use gravity to tip the pelvis forward with your bum high in the air, your tailbone pointing towards the ceiling, then gravity is going to pull your baby out of your pelvis towards your rib cage, and then with the help of a partner, even shaking your hips slightly will help to jostle the baby loose from the pelvis, so that when you're ready for you to come up, the heaviest part of your baby is the baby's head. So as you're pulling your body back up, that's the time your baby will do a somersault and turn head down. Okay, so once again, your baby would breech to start with, but over the course of these exercises, with you bringing your hips up into the air, your chest low, your baby comes out of the pelvis, and when you slowly turn yourself back up, that's the time that the head is most likely to come and settle back into the pelvis. So the way that you do this is you're going to find a place in your home. Couches work very well. If you have an ottoman or you have a low chair, maybe a recliner, that works well. But you want your place to be at your knee or below. You don't want it to be too high, that would be extreme. But you want it to be at your knee or below. The idea is you're getting your body from being upright into an inverted position. So here I have my couch. I'm going to bring my knees hip width distance apart from themselves. So your knees are in line with your hips. You're going to have your partner here, so someone to support your shoulders as you're going down. You can start this way, but by the time that you bring your body forward, they're going to be scooping under your shoulders. Start kneeling upright. This is important. This is where your hips are as open as they're going to be. And then you bring your hands to either side of your knees on the couch. And then slowly bring one hand down and make sure you have a flat palm. Don't tent your fingers. That will create an injury. So make sure your palm is flat. Your second palm is flat. And then drop down to your elbows, and allow your head to fully relax. And you can see by my position here, my hips are high in the air, my baby's being pulled out of my pelvis, and you can see the shape of my body is like an A, the letter A. You don't want to be too far out here, like the letter L, and you also don't want to be too close, like the letter I, but find somewhere in the middle as an A. And just allow your body to hang. When you're ready to come back up, your partner will help you. And you'll plant one palm, the other palm back to the couch, and kneel upright. Remember, the slow kneeling upright is when the baby's most likely to somersault. So when you get back, you might have blood rushing to your head, but don't be too quick to come back like this or to that side. You want to try to stay upright, even just for a second or two before you go back. Now, the next part, which is extra effective, but also a bit less comfortable. Although some people really like it, it can relieve some back pain, is to use something like a scarf or a towel or any piece of fabric that you can put over your hips. Traditionally in Guatemalan heritage, it would be the rebozo, but anything you have around will do. We're gonna do the same thing. So my knees are hip width apart. My hands come down to the couch. My palms go flat in front of me, and then my elbows replace where my palms were. My head relaxes, and then my partner takes the fabric and drapes it over my hips. He's going to cinch either side and put his fists on either side of my hips, nice and close to my bones, snug. And then he's going to shake from side to side. And you can have your partner shake as long as you can stand it. And when you're ready, they'll stop and they'll help you back up as you put your palms, hands, back up to kneeling. Now the best way to do this is to do it 3 times in a row. Stay down as long as you can. 3 times per day. So 3 times in a row takes you about 5 minutes. 3 times per day, morning, noon, and night. And that's the best chance to spin your baby with this technique.